warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from 5 groups.
We will explain about process, structure, and strategic organization.
My name is Arie Sulistyo Wibowo.
My name is Aprilia Dwi Putri.
My name is Imam Pranoto.
My name is Lorenza.
My name is Andri Winata.
Let's watch our video.
Check
it out.
Entrepreneur problem. The adjective cycle, a thought proven in all organizations, is perhaps most visible in new or rapidly developing organizations. In a new organization, entrepreneurial insight, perhaps only vaguely defined at first, must be developed into concrete definition of the organizational domain, certain goods or service and target market or market segment. The entrepreneurial function remains the responsibility of top management. As Bauer explained, the identification of new opportunities and the initial impetus for movement in that direction may come from lower managerial levels. Technical problem involve the creation of systems that operationalize management solution for problem faced by entrepreneurs. Such a system requires management to choose the right technology to produce and distribute the selected product or service and to form new information, communication, and control relationship to ensure proper technology operation. Administrative problem, as explained by most management theories, are primarily to reduce uncertainty in organizational system, or in the case of the current model, rationalize and stabilize activities and solve problems faced by organization during the entrepreneurial phase.
Continue the next discussion about the strategic typology. If accepts cycle as valid, question becomes how the organization moves through the cycle. That is using the language of our model. What strategies do organizations employ in solving their entrepreneurial, engineering, and administrative problems? So, there are essentially three strategic types of organization: defenders, analyzer, and prospector. And I will explain one of them. Defenders define their entrepreneurial problem as how to sell off a portion of the total market in order to create a stable domain, and they do so by producing only a limited set of products directed at a narrow segment of total potential market. Within this limited domain, the defender strives aggressively to prevent competitors from entering its turf. Having chosen a narrow product market domain, the defenders invest a great deal of research in solving its engineering problem. How to produce and distribute goods or service as efficiently as possible. Typically, the defenders does so by developing a single technology that is highly cost efficient. Technological efficiency is central to the defender's success since its domain has been deliberately created to absorb outputs on a predictable, continuous basis.
Prospector are respect to the process and development in Ireland. There is a common conflict to the vendor. On the hand, the prospector is exclusively vendor. There is a leader of constitution to different election problems. In general, prospectors appreciate marketing and recruitment and other ways of organization in the decent industry. Unlike dependent or cost comes mainly from effectively serving staff domain. Prospectors' main ability is to expect new product and market opportunities. For a prospector, maintaining a position is in the expert in product and market. The improvement may be even more important than it probably. In fact, because of its intably expertise, constantly product and market instrument. This systematic edition of product and market often combines with saving in other parts of demand, profit, product, product and market, and out of duty is not typical of the vendor.
The next material I will explain about analyzer. The analyzer defines its entrepreneurial problem in terms similar to both the prospector and to defender. How to locate and exploit new product and market opportunities while simultaneously maintaining a firm core of traditional product and customer. The analyzer solution to the entrepreneurial problem is also a blend of the solution preferred by the prospector and the defender. The analyzer moves toward new product or new markets, but only after their viability has been demonstrated. The analyzer's metric structure is supported by intensive planning between the functional division of marketing and production, broad gauge planning between the plant research group and the product manager for the development of new product, control mechanism in the functional divisions, and decentralized control techniques in the product groups, and so on. There are three characteristic analyzer. The first, entrepreneurial problem, how to locate and exploit new product and market opportunities while simultaneously maintaining a firm base of traditional product and customers. One solution is hybrid domain that is both stable and changing. The second characteristic is engineering problem, how to differentiate the organization structure and process to accommodate both stable and dynamic areas of operation. One solution is marketing and engineering most influential member of the managed collection, followed closely by production. So, in short, the key characteristic of an administrative system analyzer is the proper differentiation of structure and process to achieve a balance between stable and dynamic areas of operation.
The next discussion about the correlation of management theory with strategy and organizational structure. Organizations are limited in their choice of behavior adaptive to behavior which, according to top management, will allow effective direction and control of human resources. Therefore, the executive management theory is an important factor in analyzing an organization's ability to adapt to its environment. Although our research is only in the initial stage, we have found several patterns in the relationship between management theory and organizational strategy and structure. Management theory has three basic components. The first, a series of assumptions about human attitudes and behavior. And second, managerial policies and action that are consistent with this assumption. And last, expectation about employee performance is these policies and action are applied. Model management theory. Traditional model. Assumption, work is basically not liked by most people. And policy, the basic task of manager is to supervise and control his subordinate carefully and hope people can tolerate work if the pay is reasonable and the boss is fair in human relations. Assumption, people want to feel useful and important. And policy, the basic task of managers is to make every worker feel usefully and important, and hope sharing info is a bit more complex than just yes or no. One of our studies investigates aspects of the relationship between organizational structure, strategy, and management theory. Although the results are only tentative at this time, relatively clear patterns emerge. In general, traditional managerial trust and human relations are more likely to be found in defenders and actors organizations, while human resource trust is more often associated with analyzer and prospector organization.
Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.